Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the transport management game where it's our job to help small towns grow into bustling cities. Today we are going to be working on our very first passenger train line. Without further ado, let's get this episode on the road. Or should I say, on the rails. Anyone who has watched the series up until now will know that I've been planning all along to have two main lines set up on this map. The first of which would be Yeadon to Cowbridge to Potton to Willenhall to Thorn, and the second one would be over here, Skipton to Potton to Willenhall to Enfield to Ashton and Lynn. And I'm not sure which of those I'm going to start with, but Potton and Willenhall tend to be the common denominators between each of them. So what I'm thinking is let's set up a station in Potton first and then Willenhall, because we're always going to have this sort of bendy route, I'm guessing, along here. And I'm thinking we should probably come this side of Willenhall as opposed to this side, but there is a lot more space this side. Actually, let's go across here because this will have the shortest bridge, right? So if we go over there, that's going to have the shortest bridge. It's got the most space for us to turn tracks around and to put a station, and then we can decide what we're going to do from there. But I'm thinking the tracks could then come around in this direction and then maybe go through here to Thorn and then around here to Enfield and Ashton and Lynn. Yeah, so let's start with Potton anyway. Now, I want to build this a decent way away from Potton, so I want Potton to be able to expand. And there's a whole bunch of area here that it can actually expand into. And I also don't want it to touch this area too much over here, because this is where the hub will be. And so I'm thinking that this area up here, that's as of yet unused, would probably be a good place to start. I'm going to go with a 4-track station here to start with, but I'm just thinking I should probably level this ground because it's quite high up. There's a big tump here right in the way of where I want to build this, because I want to build it over in that general direction. So I'm going to get my terraform tool and we're going to actually flatten the terrain here. I just need to figure out what I want to flatten it to. So I'm thinking if we go with something like that right there, because that's sort of the general height of Potton, we're going to make the brush size a whole bunch bigger. And I guess we'll make it stronger. And maybe even if we make it a square, does that make it bigger? No. I guess we'll go with a circle then. And yeah, we're just going to flatten a bunch of this land out. And it's going to cost me a fortune by the looks. Oof. Oh, it costs a lot. Ouch. That hurts. So that should do. Now let's get our smooth tool. And we're just going to run that all the way along this rough edge over here. And along these edges. We'll just smooth that out nice and gently. So let's get our first station in. Now, would it have saved the things I just did? Yep, it did save them. Let's go there because that gives us plenty of room then to add more tracks in over in this direction. So there's station number 1. And I'm going to add in the rest of the stations before I start building the lines. And now over here, we've got this little bit of a lump, which we're going to get rid of again. We'll flatten it out to this level. And that's going to cost us a fair whack. Oof. There we go. Nice and flat. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look as beautiful as it once did, because I do feel like when you flatten land out, you do remove some of the charm. But that's okay. It's a price that we will pay for having efficient train lines. All right, where am I going to put this? Now, I suppose I should at this point actually decide, am I going to Potton actually from Skipton, or am I going to go from Skipton straight to Willenhall? I believe I've got to go to Potton, because it just makes so much sense. It will make it quite difficult to get there because we'd be going around here. But if we don't go to Potton, let's just say we miss Potton out and we go straight to Willenhall. Well, we've got to build a tunnel into a huge bridge that literally just goes across a huge expanse of water. And let's be honest, a train track is not going to be built like that. If anything, it would go from Skipton to maybe Gainsborough and then maybe even bypass Willenhall or somewhere near Willenhall. So yeah, I'm thinking it's going to have to come up here to Potton, and then from Potton go over to Willenhall. So I think we know that the track is definitely going to be coming from this that sort of general direction. So I can turn this around a little bit, and I'm going to do something like this. I just want to get from this angle. If it's going to be coming over here, we need to make sure that there's enough room. If I place it there, it should have enough room to turn around, and also enough space to get around Willenhall. So that was the plan there. Okay, now do I want to go to Thorn? Or do I want to go to Enfield and Ashton and Lynn? Connecting up these diagonals would be quite nice, but actually this diagonal here is quite long. yeah, I think I'm actually going to go with connecting up the diagonals because it's an easier run than having to build huge bridges over massive expanses of water. So we're going to go that way. So the next one we can do then, because we know now, is going to be Cowbridge. No, Corbridge. I've been calling this a wrong name all this time. Where's Yeadon? So Yeadon's up in the mountains over here. Where are we going to come out of Yeadon from? We're going to go probably... Oh, this is going to be tricky. Now, we could do one of two things. We could either start this up on a mountain, which might be a good idea, or we could start it down in a valley and have it sort of work up to the mountain quite gradually. I can see that there's this nice little gentler slope over in this direction. So I'm actually going to place this off of this road. There we go. We'll go there. Let's just take a look, see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I can build... maybe I'll just build the land up here. We'll do that until it meets this land over there. So we've got a little land bridge. And then we can just smooth it off on either side. There we go. So we've got a nice little smooth section for our track to actually go across. That track is then going to come up here. It's probably going to go up here and then across. Oof, it's a hell of a climb. It's going to be a difficult climb to get down to Cowbridge as well, isn't it? Because we've got this huge mountain in the way. In Cowbridge, let's just put the station somewhere where it's going to be relatively easy to position. Should we maybe go past Cowbridge or should we go before Cowbridge? I'm thinking it should be somewhere like over in this general area. Again, I want to just flatten this out a little bit. Let's just make a nice run for the track to go in that general direction, and we'll smooth it out again. There we go. Yeah, we'll do something like that, and I guess we'll have to have the oh gosh, I shouldn't have done. Maybe I should have leveled to this. Actually, it's in a bit of a dip, isn't it? It's awkward, very awkward. Yeah, do you know what? Maybe I should. I'm gonna level out to this level. Might just make things a little bit easier for us. And then we're just gonna smooth that bit out. There we go. Perfect. And now we need our track in. Finally, we're going to do a through track for this one. We're going to turn it around because we're going to want it to go. Let's go with there. No, there. There we go. We'll have to do then. I wonder if we can get a street up along there. I think we probably can. That'll be quite nice. So we're going to Potton. We've gone to Willenhall, and now it's just to Thorn over here in the corner. Now, Thorn already has a station set up, and we can come quite nicely in under that bridge right there. So I think we're in a pretty good place with that station. Yep, we can just come out of there. Now, I'm thinking, though, Thorn might want to also have a route that goes to Congleton and to Ashford. So I'm going to leave this line open, and we'll go in on maybe on one of these lines. Let's get my track tool. Realistic tracks, no catenary, and yeah, let's just bring this out just a touch. We'll just go to there. There we go. We know it's going to go off that line. And now the other thing I want to do is actually add in another line next to that. Just like that. Basically, that's going to be the line that we switch in from. We need to get this over to Willenhall. How are we going to get there? Let's sort of plot our route. So let's say that we're going to want to come around these trees. So we'll do a little bit here. We're going to go over in this direction. Now, where are we going to... For Willenhall, where are we going to send this? It's going to have to go through mountains. We're not going to get over that. Maybe through this mountain. This will be a hell of a tunnel. Because we could go up over the mountain. We could go over and through here. That could be interesting, actually. And then down there. That's probably going to be extremely steep, though. Hey, do you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. So, if we were to build... we're going to want to smooth this terrain out a little bit. Let's just do the track through here now. Just so we can see. So we would go from there. Oh gosh, that's a 70. No, that's way too high. How would we get up there? We just can't. It's just too steep. It's literally a mountain. We're not going to do it. 75% is too much of a climb. Way too much of a climb. So if we're going to go through the mountain, I may as well just build a line straight from Willenhall over there now. So let's get the train line again. And from Willenhall now, this is going to be coming from the diagonal, from Potton. So we're quite okay to go from, probably from this station. I'll bring it down ever so slightly. And then at the top, we're going to want to be on this line to come up here. So we're going to go, do we want to go straight across? Or do we want to flatten out some of this river? There we go. We'll just do that. We will have to go up slightly because we've got boats coming in over there. So we are going to have to consider that. We could probably start building up from there even. So let's start our upwards ascent. We'll just start raising it. We'll go with that. And then we'll let it go straight, I guess. Do we want it to look like that? Let's just see how it goes across the water before we make a decision on it. Does it make a bridge? It does make a bridge. That's fine. Can we switch the bridge? We can switch the bridge to a faster bridge. Let's switch it to... What's the difference between... Oh, this one has pillars. Okay. Yeah, so let's go to there. And now I'm just thinking, where's... are we basically just a straight shot now to Thorn? I think we basically are. There we go. We'll keep that like that because it will let cars go underneath it as well, which is quite handy for us. Okay, and then we're going to have it literally just go straight into this mounting over here. There we go. So we're going to do that. And now we're just going to bring it out the other side. Gosh, that's a very long tunnel. It's going to cost me a fortune. Needed to be done. Couldn't do it any other way. There we go. It snaps right there, I think. So that is straight. Okay. Now, I don't really want to build another bridge for this. But having said that, there's definitely a slight need to. Yeah, that should be fine. Again, can I change this bridge for a higher speed bridge? I can. There we go. And it's just going to run next to this road. Oh, I don't like that. That corner might be a little bit... Yeah, it's a little bit tight, isn't it? I'm going to go back a little bit with this one. Let's go back a lot with this one. Because I think we could probably straighten that out a little bit more. Yeah, let's try and do that. So, oh, what have I just got rid of now? What's happened? Could not connect all stations. Wow, I just deleted a piece of road or something? Where to? Hang on, this is... Oh, wait, is this the boat route? Because of this bridge I've just built. Ah, no, okay. Gotta go up a bit higher then. Yes, okay, so this needs to be higher. I can do that. There to there. There we go, and we'll get rid of this. Maybe that's what it was in the first place. Maybe it was just the arches, but we'll go with that. Gosh, if they can't get under there, I don't know what they'll do. Okay, so that's that done. Now we just need to get this last little bit in. Yeah, so I wanted to go actually a little bit wider over here because I've started bending it back around a little bit too soon. So I can get rid of a couple bits of this track here. And now I'm going to bring this over. I wonder what will happen if I just try my best to link it up straight away here. If I just do this and then have one of those. Does that work okay? It does. We'll go with that. Yeah, that should be fine. Right, so now we can just connect this up to Thorn over here. On which station do we want this in? We want it to go in on... Ah, now we need to think. So this track here is going to come... So let's say this is the way in. Am I going to need... What station does it come in on here? This one. So if I have that go... Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out logistically which side of the station we want this to come in on. And we want it to come in on, I believe, yeah, this side of the station. So that's fine. And then we'll have it go from this track and just basically over to that one. And now this track is just going to literally go all the way along the same way. So there's that. I don't trust myself to just do one line for this, both there and back. So I prefer to just do a line that sort of doubles up. So and basically just have one-way traffic on each line. I'm more comfortable with that sort of thing. Okay, well, that looks like that main section done. And now it's kind of like, I don't know whether this bit's going to be easier or harder. There's no boats coming through here though, so that's a plus. We want it on this line over here, so, oh no, I won't. I was thinking about having one train that goes across all of these, but I'm not actually going to do that because that is not a good way to do it. So we're going to come from this line now. And this, we're going to need to get some height because we need to get over this river. I wonder what will happen if I just try to drag this across to this station. Well, it doesn't work. That's what happens. Okay, so we're going to need to come up at some point. Probably here. It's not the greatest of turning circles, so let's bring this back slightly. Let's give ourselves more room to get over. So we're going to want to do the bridge around here. So let's go up a couple of touches. Maybe not that steep. There we go. We'll go up to there. And we'll bring this over. We'll keep it flat as we bring it over. And we'll do the newer bridge. And then from there, we'll need to bring it back down. We'll do that, and then this is going to want to link up to the inside track. Let's go with that. So we'll want this to link up to this track here, I think. I'm not sure about all these tracks, you know. We may end up having to just fiddle about with the tracks that come in. The stations, I mean, that they stop on. Because I'm just thinking, if this train's going to be stopping on this station, and then we're going to have another train that's stopping on the same station, I'm not sure that's going to be great. So maybe we should allow this to stop on this one as well. Because I was thinking about this as like from an angle of having through trains, but we're not actually having through trains. We'll end up having two stop at the same station. Which, I think what we'll have to do is that. Well, I guess I could just go from this one though, couldn't I? Let's build this over and see how this looks. So let's just go to there for now. That's fine. We'll come across here and into that station right there. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's fine as well. And we do then need a way to cross lines here if need be. I'm just sort of trying to future-proof this because I don't know what I'm going to want to do with the lines to make them work. So if we cross those over there, we're going to want to do the same here. Oh, I've been building all of these with a catenary. Oh no, that's going to have wasted so much money. Damn. I can't believe I've done that. How do I change this? I just need to do that. But I don't know if it's going to cost me more or less money now for doing that. But I think catenaries might cost more on upkeep, so I definitely want to get rid of them. All right, so there's that line done. I've just realised I don't actually need to cross the tracks even, because what will happen is I'm going to have a train going from Skipton to Potton, and I'm going to have a train going from Cowbridge to Potton. From those two trains, they're both going to go to Willenhall. And so there's just going to be one train on this track that's going to go back and forth, basically. So they'll get off from each of those destinations to go there. They'll both go to Willenhall, and then from Willenhall they'll pick another train to go in either direction. So I don't need to mess around with crossing tracks, which is fantastic news. Really fantastic news. But I do need to get this bit right, because Cowbridge is going to need to go in on this track over here. Okay, so we're going over to core bridge over here. Can I just do a straightforward track? That could work. Is there any way from Cowbridge that we might want to go? We might want to go to Borehamwood on the outside track here. So we'll bring this to the inside. There we go. So what does that do for us? It does bring us across here. We do start some tunnels, which seem very unnecessary, but we'll go with it. From Borehamwood, might I want to go to Potton? If I do want to go from Potton, I might need to change this track. I might need to go from the inside track here over to the inside track over here. Like that. All of it's at 74, so that's great. So let's just create that one. So yeah, I'm just thinking if Borehamwood wants a line in the future, it's going to come from this station here over to Borehamwood, and then also Borehamwood might want a line into Potton. So that's what I was doing there. I was just trying to figure out again future lines. So we've got a way in. We're going to want to have a track running alongside this for both ways of traffic. So I'm just going to do something like this. Can we do that? What's going wrong with that track? Doesn't like it. Where does it fail? I bet if... Oh, I know where it fails. It'll fail at the station over here. Well, for a start, that's disgusting, isn't it? There we go. So we can get it to there. And then from there, we can hopefully bring it across this crossing. Yes, we can. We'll take it to there. And then from there, we're going to bring it along here. And hopefully now, it should just go all the way now. It will go all the way. Perfect. I'm just going to have it go in like that. And same at this side, we're just going to need to have it come in from this track onto that one at some point. Let's just do it right there, right at the very beginning. All right, so that track is done. Now the really tough bit to Yeadon. Now I did say with Yeadon we're going to come up over this mountain, but look at it, it's too steep. Based on what we've just found out, I can't see it unless we... Oh, maybe we can go up that way. What does this look like if I try to get us up over here? Oh, it looks bad. It's just too steep, so we're going to end up going through, which is a bit of a shame actually, because we based this station on the fact that it could potentially get up. Well, I could still try. Let's go. It's gonna mean that this part of the journey is going to be slow, but it might be interesting to see if we can work its way. We can get it to work its way up this mountain, maybe. If I did something like that, we're going 19 miles an hour. That's not good. Here we go. Let's just stretch this out ever so slightly. It would be interesting to see, you know, can we just get up there? Well, I think we're almost there. So... Oh, almost. Almost. Well, I'm going to edit the ground. That's what I'm going to do, because we are very nearly there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get my landscaping tool. I'm going to bring the brush size down, and I'm going to flatten. I want to flatten all of this to this level. Or if I just bring it down to, like, if I click on that. Oh, here we go. There we go. That'll do. And then I smooth that out to make it look better. And then if I get my train track, I'm hoping this should work, maybe. Still not quite there. Still needs to be flattened just a little bit more. Is this going to work? It could. Very well could. Okay, well, we've got to the top of the mountain. That was one of the hardest parts. I can't believe we managed to do that. But now it gets a little bit harder because we've got to get it back down the other side. It's got to get over to there, which is crazy as well. As I just wait for my money to fill back up, I probably should have thought about potentially just doing one leg of the journey at a time. Rather than trying to do the whole thing all in one go. But I do think it would be quite nice to just have it all done in one go. Oh no, what's happening with our cash flow? I bet that... Well, look at the investments we've made. That's huge, but we're losing a bunch of money on railroads because we don't have the train coming in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to borrow a whole bunch of money, like as much as we can. We will be able to replace this at some point, but it's important just to make sure we've got enough to survive while we're getting all of this set up, and we are going to need a lot of money for our trains. So I've borrowed 45 million there, so that is going to be a very expensive loan. We're going to get our track and we're just going to carry on because we are very nearly there. I'm a little bit worried now that it's going to cost us a fortune for the trains that we want to buy as well. So that's an issue. Now I'm going to want to bring this down. I'm actually going to bring it down the side of the mountain over here. And we'll see what we can do about this. I quite like the fact that they'll be... I actually quite like that, but I don't think I should do it for, well, viewers' sakes. I think it's a little bit gross. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tight bend here. It's going to go along here, and then we're going to go like that. There we go. It's a slow... Oh, it's slow, though. We don't want it to be that slow, because it's going to take a lot of engine power. Maybe I should have thought about that a little bit further back. We'll go all the way back to there and go again. So we want this to actually come all the way around here. So it's going to come through a little tunnel. Yeah, that'll be cool. Okay, that's better. And then it's going to just arch around. How tight can we get it? Let's just let it arch around to... Let's get it to 50 miles per hour at least. There we go. And now... From there, I'm going to want it to be on this track, probably. Just in case I want to go around there to Skipton. So we're going to do it to there. There we go. Now I need to do another track that goes the other way. It's going to be expensive again. Almost there. Right. This is one hell of a track. Gosh. There we go. And we just want to make sure that these guys can cross over. All right, there's that one. And at this side, we want to make sure they can cross over again. Guess we'll do this before that section there. So we'll do it on this bit. All right. This is crazy, guys. This is actually crazy. But I can't believe we've managed to link them all up. That's going to be a nice little scenic route, though, up the mountain, I suppose. Which bit should we set up first with the train track? Let's just set them all up. Okay, so we're going to go on our line manager. We're going to do a line that goes from Yeadon to Cowbridge and back. And that is going to be called, let's call it the Mountain Pass. What should we call our rail network for a start? For our passenger trains, should we call it like Cascadia Passenger Rail? So CPR. Yeah, we're going to give mouth to mouth to everybody. So we'll call that the CPR. I can't believe it's worked out like that. CPR, and we're going to call this Yeadon Cowbridge. I keep saying Cowbridge, but it's Corbridge, because there's a place near me called Cowbridge, and it's confusing me. There we go. So we'll do that. There's that one done. Okay. Next line we're going to do is going to be that one to that one. Again, this is going to be called CPR. And this one is going to be Corbridge to Potton, if I can spell it. There we go. And another one that's going to go from Potton to Willenhall. And then the final one is going to go from Willenhall all the way up to Thorn. Oh, no, wrong station though. Okay, so each of our lines has been set up. I'm not sure which tracks we're using for each of them though. So that's the next. Oh, signals as well. We need to get signals in. So if I click on this, click on that, we can see that they're traveling up and down on that line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in signal. So if I click on here, go to signals. I want this to be one-way signals. I want it to be every 2,000 meters. And I'm going to do that there. There we go. And then what that's going to do is it's just going to mean that they will travel down this track on the right sections. And again, I'm going to do the same thing the other way. So when we get onto this track, we're going to do that. And then hopefully we should see some signals at some point. There we go. Yeah. So there's a couple of signals throughout this track. Not many, one every 2,000 meters, but it shouldn't be too complicated. And the only other thing that I probably should do is make sure that I just put a signal on before each of the stations, just to make sure that they're going to stop and let trains out before they start to go in. So those are set up. I've set them up now. I haven't put enough signals on them for multiple trains, maybe just maximum of 2 at the moment on each section of track. The other thing I'm going to need to do is put in a couple different stops for, what are they called? For these buildings. This one, train depot. There we go. So I need to put in some train depots. I'll put one in here. No, I'll put it in over this side. That should let trains get onto both sets of these 2 tracks. The issue I'm going to have then, though, is there'll be no way for it to go from this track onto this side of tracks. So I'll probably place one maybe like here somewhere, like there. Yeah, so I'll do that there. And then at this station, that should cover both of those. Yeah, it does. Okay, so now I just need to add in some tracks to get them actually onto the stations. All right, there's that one done. And now there's the other one up here. We just need to make sure we do properly as well. Perfect. And then again, last signal. Right, let's get some trains on the track, guys, because we have finally set up these lines. We've got 42 million left, so that should be enough for some trains. I'm just thinking which of these stations are going to be the most profitable. I think it could be, I don't know, which ones would you say? Well, let's just do the Mountain Pass one first, from Yeadon to Cowbridge, just because it's more fun. It's probably not going to be the most profitable. It's probably going to be the least profitable, but that's fine. So let's build this train. I'm gonna be starting small, that's for sure. So have we got any new trains? No, we've got these ones. I'm gonna want one with a lot of traction for a start for this line. So tractive effort, that's got 50, 40, 75. It's gonna just be this one for all of them, isn't it? Because that one goes the fastest as well. Yeah, we'll just, okay, this one. And then wagons, we're gonna want, let's do loading speed, miles per hour. This one's the fastest, and that's more important to me. Speed is very important. Let's put on something like, how long do we want it? Now, the stations are very long. There's lots of potential here. If I keep doing this, does it like change the miles per hour? Like if I go past the point where it's, no, it doesn't. So there's no way of knowing how fast it will actually get to with all of these on. I'm going to get rid of a bunch though. We're not going to need that many. Let's just do 100 let's do 98. That's 10 million. There are 4 legs of this journey, I believe. 1, 2, 3. There are 4 legs of this journey. We could buy 4 of these. So we're going to buy 2 for now. And we'll put one on Eden. And then we'll put the other one on Corbridge. And then I want to just buy those again for these 2 lines. So it was one of those, and it was, I think, that many of those. Again, 2 of them. We're going to put those on, not both of those. I'm going to put one of those on the, oh, that can hit 3, can it? Oh, that's interesting. Willenhall Thorn and Potton Willenhall. Hang on, have I done this right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there are 4 legs. Definitely 4 legs of the journey. Whew. Right, and now we press play and we just hope for the best. This is going to cost us a lot of money. We're definitely going to go into debt at some point, which is going to be very unfortunate. Here we go. So we are going to actually ride on with this bad boy. Which way is it going to go first? Is it going to go up over the mountain? It is. Yes. That's the way I wanted it to go. It'd be interesting to see what speeds we get to as we go over this mountain. Choo-choo! Right, so now we're joining the main track. There's the main track right there. We're just going to join up with this. And, oh, we're going to go through a tunnel pretty quickly. Let's see the conductor. There he is. He's driving his train, keeping both wheels on the track. Oh, we're going to get some absolutely majestic views now, aren't we? Let's look over here as well. Lovely. Our passengers, they'll soon be sitting in here. Oh, we're going through a tunnel. How do I go down? Is it Z? No, it's X to go down. Choo-choo. If I press H, is that the horn? It is. Love that. Oh, gosh. Mate, you're looking very messy. You've only just started. For you to be looking that messy and I've only just started working, that says something about you and your home life. You need to get in the shower a bit more, mate. Oh, look at this. It would be nice if we get some cars and stuff going from one of those stations as well. Currently going 38 miles per hour. Hoped it'd be a bit faster, but we are going up a very steep incline. It does mean that we're probably not going to be able to put any more carts on this train for people. We may even need to get rid of some. I don't even want to exit out of this view to see what type of money we're spending, because that's going to be depressing. This is a very long tunnel. I wish this tunnel wasn't quite so long so we could see more of the outside. But here we go. Oh, it's a beautiful view. Where's all the smoke? There it is. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous scenic view. Look at this. Oh, that's just lovely, isn't it? Majestic. We can see the boats leaving the dock over there. Amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, what's that over there? A little village. I've never noticed that. Yeah, there's like a little... That must be a logging camp. That's what that is. Oh, we're levelling off now, so we are getting up to speed. Oh, here's our brick line. Oh, yep, you wait there, mate. Thank you very much. He's delivering bricks into Yeadon. I wonder now if that brick line should just follow this train line. No, they go to different parts. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done. Oh my gosh, this is going to cost me a fortune. I haven't connected up any of the stations to the towns. We'll get into the station now. This station is actually connected up, but the other stations are just on their own with no roads. They've got no road access. What an oversight. Oh, but I love it. We're coming around this last bend now. A steady 46 miles per hour. We could probably do something about this to make it a little bit nicer as well, this terrain. Okay, let's exit out of here. I'm going to press pause because I need to build some roads. I might come back to that. I just don't know if I've got enough money for it. This one has a road connection, right? So that's fine. This one doesn't have a road connection, so that's horrendous. So with this one, I think we were going to build a road that comes across the front of this over here. Like this. There we go. And then we were just going to join this up over here. Let's keep it straight. There we go. And then we wanted it to... I'm going to just bend it around a little bit because I don't want it to join that main road there. I'll have it come down... I'll have it come down here. Maybe join up somewhere else important. Like there. That's a little bit too interesting for my liking. Let's do something like that. And we'll have it join up to this street. And it'll just get rid of that one house. That's okay. There we go. So that's connected now. We could use a train, like a bus stop or something to get in there. So that could be the next thing to connect up over there. The Potton train, where does that go to? Yeah, there's nothing connecting this, but this one should be quite easy to connect. Let's do the same thing. We'll do that, and that one was very easy. Willenhall. This one, again, shouldn't be too difficult. There we go, and... Thorn is already connected, I believe. Yes, it is. There we go. So now at least there are places where people can actually get on and off the trains. Oh, it's going to be costing me an awful lot of money, though. Until these trains get up to scratch, it's going to be costing me an awful lot. I may even need to decommission them. This may have made me bankrupt. There's no one waiting. Not a single soul. That's a little bit upsetting. I wonder, though, if I click on Eden now, and I go to... Oh, look at this. Destinations. Where is Corbridge? That should have no destinations. Have I got to wait for the train to get over to where it's going? Maybe. Where's the train on this line? Oh, it's in the station. It's got 0 on board. Great. Okay, well, this has got a bus service, actually. So let's add in a bus station up over here. There we go. And then we're going to click on that, grab this line, and we're going to go from there. We're going to add a station right there. And maybe we should actually have, so the Grove is there. Maybe we should add the Grove. No, we'll just do a circular. We'll do a circular. That'll be fine. What about Willenhall? Willenhall, does it have a bus line? It does. I don't know if it's being used. Oh, it is being used. So again, we'll grab one of those. We'll click on that there. Manage line from King Street. Annex to King Street. So from... Oh, this is difficult. So it's going from there to there. We kind of want it to go from Annex to King Street. Did that work? And then to Willenhall. I think that should... So it's going from King Street. And then we'll get rid of that one. That looks disgusting. Do I need to change over the sides of the roads that these bus stops are on? Maybe. There we go. That doesn't look quite as disgusting now. I could even do it, though, it's stopping on the way back. So if we manage line, we go from Willenhall back to King Street. Yeah, there we go. That, I hope, will work a little bit better. And then Thorn. I'm actually going to leave Thorn because it's right in the centre of town. So I'm not bothered about Thorn. Potton we've done. Corbridge, I don't know if Corbridge has got any stops. It does. Oh no, that's just... What's that for? That's a truck stop. Why do we have a truck stop in Corbridge? What's getting here? Nothing. That's from where we used to cart in some things, probably. I don't know why that's there. We should probably set some up, though. Oh, we can't without our money. Okay, well, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to wait, because it hasn't been long enough. All I've got is, yeah, the railroad losing me an absolute ton of money. What we're losing, it's mostly being lost on maintenance vehicles. But also, track maintenance is costing me a fortune. I think I might have overstepped here with the passenger line. Maybe I should have done more cargo lines first. Oh, dear. Oh, well. The water lines are doing just fine, though. The road lines are going to be doing fine. So, yeah, we're in a good place. Anyway, I have been playing this game for way, way too long. So, I'm going to end it there. But I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. And you'll have to come back next time to see if we start making any profit from this line. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.